Hey everyone, welcome into Monday, and happy Monday to everyone. I know it's the 5th of July, so the 4th of July long weekend for my American pals. So I hope you're having a fabulous holiday and celebrating the reopening of what feels like the reemergence of the world. So happy 5th of July, everyone. And I wanted to check in today on a little bit of a mindset tip, because one of the things that we were doing, we didn't take any days off at the Video Pro Mentorship program. So today I did have my coaching call with my team, and we were talking about the value of feedback. And it was really, it was so gratifying to see women giving each other clear, honest, direct feedback from their heart, and stuff that genuinely helps women grow. And I started thinking about my original context or my thoughts around feedback. And, it comes back from performance evaluations or work reviews where it's like, can I give you some feedback? And I can remember just like literally almost fastening my seatbelt and steeling myself for what I felt was going to be something that would hurt or be hard. And lots of times feedback doesn't always necessarily feel amazing. Depending on how it's delivered and the intention behind it, I think feedback can sometimes be quite destructive and quite harmful. And so to really check the sources of feedback, who's giving you feedback, why are you asking for feedback from that person, what's your intention in receiving the feedback, and keeping that really clear so that if you're asking for wide open and direct truthful feedback and somebody gives you that it is actually what you want. So I think in many cases, I've been part of Toastmasters for decades now, and one of the things that has been so incredibly helpful is the weekly evaluations that we get. We get feedback in the moment on speeches, on speaking projects, and now it's been done all virtually, so we're even getting feedback on how we're delivering online. And I'll be honest, sometimes in Toastmasters, it's kind of crazy. Like I steel myself for that. Oh, I'm going to get feedback. And it never, ever feels hard, even if it's not positive feedback. Generally, the intention that I try to bring to coaching and that I receive from Toastmasters when I go and get my coaching there as well is couching it with a little bit of positives, things that, somebody's doing really well, keep doing more of this. Something that we can work on, something to get better at, and then another opportunity, an opportunity I see for you. And so I like to leave my feedback with something a little bit hopeful. So a little bit of something that you're already doing well, but do a little bit more of that and you could leverage it. And then some of the things are those, annoying tics that we may not even know that we do, but they may be taking us out at the knees. And one of them I do know, especially as a video editor, is I've really been working on that, and I've noticed that I am getting slightly better at it. But it's just this verbal tic that when we're thinking or when we're in resting mode, I was just about to put an there, and as soon as we can just start to avoid that verbal tic. And lots of times it's not even knowing that we're doing them. So that's another value and merit of getting feedback, is some of these blind spots that we don't even know that we're doing. And truly, I think some of the best feedback that we can give and get is to ourselves. So watch your videos, take videos, watch the replay, watch your messaging, pay attention to when you lean out. And one of the things I mentioned when I was doing my coaching session today is that when I'm reviewing somebody's video, the very first thing I'll do is watch it with no sound. And I can really tell what a person's face is doing and how their performance is delivering with no sound at all. And very often, that's where you really see how a person's performance is. Lots of times your words may have lots of life and lots of vitality and lots of enthusiasm, but tell your face. So if you watch yourself with no sound, sometimes you'll be amazed at how much life and energy you can add to your presentation simply by smiling or simply by moving your body around a little bit. Some of these little tips or tricks can work a little bit in terms of perfecting your presentation, but also just making it look a little bit more polished and a little bit more pro. So I'm going to jump into Facebook. I can see that there are some people there. I'm still getting really smooth at this jumping back and forth. And I have so much respect for people who do it so elegantly. One of the things I was trying to do as well is I've been doing this in these live casts in the safety of my own private group. So this is the very first one that I'm doing on my public page. And I think last week I mentioned that I plan to try and mix it up a little bit and do each of these in a different platform. I'm just sticking with Facebook right now because I've got my camera set up on Facebook and everything's working here. With Instagram, I'd have to go to a different platform and a whole different setup. So I think one of the things that I've also said to some of my students is stick with what you've got, get good at it. And I try to challenge myself to do something different each time. But more than anything with tech, I'm trying to, especially with this live stream thing, trying to get solid and good at it. So I'm just going to stay on Facebook for a while. And Sherry, great to see you. She says, your tips have been a game changer for me. And it's been a game changer working with you. And one of the things that I do want to say is, I've said this on another live, is that keep in mind that when you start doing these, there are not going to be a whole lot of people or watching them. It's going to be your greatest fans or your besties like Sherry. She's one of my best pals and has been a client and friend for a long, long time. And so, keep in mind that those are going to be the people who are going to be following you at the very beginning. It's going to take some time to do this, what I call a rise with video. And so one of the things I am going to mention over the coming weeks is I've got a couple of fun projects coming up. One of them is a documentary project that I've just started working on with one of my former students, actually. It's kind of gratifying to have things come full circle, but it's a project that we're working on together about women in business. So if you're interested, we'll be doing a casting call in the next few weeks. And what we'll be looking for is women who are verified businesses, so you actually have a business, and that you are using video or media or social media to take your message or your work or your product to the next level. So if you're using any kind of digital marketing to run your business, to promote your business, or to elevate your business, then this might be a great opportunity for you to participate in a documentary. And I'm pretty excited about it. One of the things that I love doing as a documentary producer is testing results. So having a hypothesis and just testing different interventions. And so we'll be doing a number of different business interventions just to see what happens and documenting the results in a documentary for businesswomen. So stay tuned for information about that. And if you are interested in being on the list for the casting call, please just shoot me an email. My email is robin@robinunwin.com. I'll put it in the links below for anyone who's interested. And I know that people may not necessarily be watching this right now, but if you see this down the road and you're interested in participating in a documentary for businesswomen, just shoot me an email at robin@robinunwin.com. And I so look forward to connecting with you about it. So I'm just going to jump in here and see if there are any questions. One of the questions that I had from last week, and I just got it just before the call, so I didn't have a chance to jump in and do any of the research, but I'm going to do a little bit of a sound test, so that people were asking about what's the difference between doing sound with XLR cables, so the higher end microphones, versus a USB, versus just the mic from your iPhone. So I wanted to actually plug all three of those different mics in, and I'll rotate between all three of them just so you can hear the difference in the sound each time. So that's one of the things that I'll do next week as a tech tip. And if you have any tech questions, scripting questions, messaging questions, course creation platform questions, please let me know. I would love to answer them off in these weekly tech tips and weekly live sessions. So if you have the question, chances are somebody else has it as well. And another thing I wanted to let people know is last week I mentioned some of the different platforms that I've been using that I really like. Kajabi is one of them, and I did find out that Kajabi has a promotion for the next 3 months through their affiliate programs, and I signed up for their affiliate program. So if you are interested in Kajabi, I think it's for the next, is it 10 days or 2 weeks? Email me and I will give you a link. They've got the program available for $99 for 3 months. So that's an insane value if you're looking to get up and going with Kajabi. And so just shoot me an email and just in the subject line, put Kajabi for that one. And I'll just make sure to get back with you with the link for that. So I hope you have a wonderful week. Again, happy 5th of July to my American pals, and for the rest of everyone else, enjoy the start to summer. And I so look forward to connecting with you next week. Take care.